So here we go. That's like a little baby squirrel. I'm dying. She's so cute. I love you. I love you forever and always. Okay? Okay, so it's been like basically a steady incline. So far, the trail is super well marked. Valleyway Trail. It's a beautiful day. It's also great to be in the mountains today because even though it's warm and kind of hot up here, in the city it was like supposed to be, I think, upper 90s, like even maybe hit 100 today. So perfect excuse to get out. The mountains will always be cooler. Higher elevation always is cooler. So just a good idea if you're ever wondering what to do when it's really hot. You know, head to the mountains. We'll always solve all your problems. Even though I'm clearly sweating a ton, at least this way your sweat can evaporate and there's still a little breeze. And that's really what keeps you cool. Lots of cold water and electrolytes as well. All right. And I don't know how far we are in yet, but probably a little over a mile. Oh, this whole trail, I believe, said like 9.4 miles, but I think I'm gonna take a little detour and check out the campsites just out of curiosity, see what they're like in case I ever do want to come back and backpack for real. All right. Okay, so taking a small little break for a second. I veered off into, there's like a trail that goes this way to Mount Madison, and that was the original Valleyway Trail. But then there was like a little trail, Watson, that's like 1.5 miles that goes right up to it as well. And it's just curious, so I started walking that trail. And whoops, apparently it's super windy up there today, so I don't know if this trail is more exposed, but I'm debating if I should stay on it or go to like the advised trail, which is the Valleyway Trail, which is the more populated one, I think. So I think I'm gonna do this one a little bit longer, and if I decide against it, it looks like a little cloudy up there, so we'll see. I can always, I think it like reunites for a second right before it goes over the river to, or the river, the waterfall, whatever, to straight up. So yeah, we'll see. But otherwise, very hot, but beautiful. Look, the sun through the trees, so gorgeous. And about 2.5 miles in, I think Mount Madison Hut was supposed to be like 3 miles, but again, I might be going a little bit different way to the peak. We'll see. I really want to get in that water. It looks, I can feel the coldness like coming off it. I'm debating like sitting in there for a while. so cold and so fucking amazing. Oh, I want to dump all the way in, but I don't want to get everything wet. No, I didn't. This has been, I stuck on that little rogue path, and this has just been basically straight up for the most part, but I think it's still the right move because why not? I have to do the elevation anyway. And this way it's more like I veered off to Mount Madison and then I'll go to Mount Adams and then come back down, so it's more like a big loop up there instead of just like out and back. There's a breeze, which is fantastic. It feels so good. And yeah, we'll say that cold water, absolute game changer. It like cools you to the bone, but it's that cold. Always get in it because it feels like I just stepped out of air conditioner and can start fresh on this hike basically. It makes such a difference. Your skin is cold, you know. It feels so good. So when there's cold water out there and it's hot out, always get in it. It saved my life in the past. That's how we learn. Yeah. And beautiful. And by the way, this shirt, I thought it was like an outdoor shirt because it's like Arc'teryx tank top, so I figured it'd be good, but I'm pretty sure it's cotton because I sweat completely through it and it's all wet from my sweat, not the water, which means it's not good fabric to hike in. Cotton kills, and you should always check what fabric you have on before you go hiking. I just assumed it would be good, but yeah, no worries. Took it off. It's here for a little trail decency, but all good. Good to know anyway. All right, straight up. Off we go. Another reminder, this alpine, worst weather in America. Yeah, so especially Mount Washington is known for having the absolute worst weather at the peak than even 14,000 footers like in Colorado and California and everything. Even the lady down at the bottom said the gusts of wind today were like up to 170 or something miles per hour, something crazy, but that was a little earlier and people did turn back. I don't feel that wind right now, although, ooh, there it is. But love to see that. No, but it's summer and yes, it can still be really bad. That's why you check weather and prepare. Also open-faced, for sure. There's less protection and everything, so you have to be more careful as well. However, today just looks like a beautiful day. Not to say couldn't change in an instant, but we'll see. Check this view already. Gorgeous. Whew. The bugs though, I could do without some of these flies. I think it might be Mount Madison, Mount Adams, or that Mount Adams. I could be wrong. Beautiful. It is fucking some open-faced rock climb basically. This way, straight to the top. And I think even then, look at the shadows. down Mount Madison, which was crazy windy, and then, you know, steep coming down to the hut, which is right over there. I fucking twisted my ankle. This is like an ankle that I completely forgot that, like, I kind of twisted it before my accident, and then it was swollen for a while, and then it healed. I ran on it since then, and I haven't thought about it since, but I literally went down hard on the same ankle, and sucks. I don't know if I'm gonna do Mount Adams. I think I wanted to do. It's just a mile, but it's like straight uphill. Like, I don't know how long or where it is. I should check. But I don't know if I should do Mount Adams or just try to get down to the bottom back of my car. Also got really fucking cold, so I put like the warmer sort of layer on that I had. I think it's like a base layer. It's just like a long sleeve hiking. And I already just ate lunch pretty quick because I was like honestly in a little bit of shock with my ankle, but I just scarfed down my wrap that I got this morning. Alright, we're just at the Madison hut, heading to Mount Adams. I guess Mount Washington is honestly possible, but maybe not today. Yeah, so a little ankle snafu. That's how to keep going. And we're gonna go up to Mount Adams as planned. My second peak of the day. It'll be peak number 46 for me, which is really exciting. And yeah, you know, walking it off feels good. It's obviously a little sensitive, so I'm trying to be, so I have my pole out now, just being more cautious, and just go a little slower, but all in all, I'm excited to do it. And then, yeah, beautiful out. Just gotta keep trucking, you know, whatever. Fun boy when I get home. Alright. It's so windy. Alright, so I made it down Mount Adams, past the Mount Madison hut again, on the descent down to the car. Happy I made it to the second peak. No, I don't think my ankle's going to be looking so great later. I'm assuming swollen and whatnot, but we'll deal with it then. Unfortunately, I just started to love running, so slightly worried about that, but what can you do? I'm just going to still be careful on this way down. I want to check out the Valleyway campsite down here and just see what it's like, but other than that, I won't lie, I'm kind of excited to book it out and let my foot rest and drive all the way home. But yeah, alright, this is a little water right where I think the trailhead was, and I had to do it. Woo! And the swollen foot, oh my gosh, ice cold water, feels so good. And that's it, Mount Madison and Mount Adams, kind of a success, kind of a nuts time in a way, but it'll be good to go home. Also, I love the woods. So